If you're familiar with Minecraft, you know that this is the first rule. Don't dig straight down. This is the classic piece of advice for Minecrafters, and it first appeared in 2010 when it started showing up on internet forums and message boards. Now you will find it repeated in countless YouTube videos, threads, and even memes all over the internet. The reason people usually avoid digging straight down is because you can never know what block is underneath you. Digging straight down destroys the block you're standing on, dropping you onto the block below, and if that block just happens to be lava, or if you suddenly drop into a cave and land on a stalagmite, well, you die, resulting in you losing collected resources that are not recoverable if they are burnt in lava, or nearly impossible to trek back to the site of death. While digging straight down gets you into the deeper levels quicker, where the diamonds are more abundant, this risk is almost universally considered to outweigh the rewards. But does it?
While there are loads of videos and internet threads discussing the consequences of digging straight down, we wanted to find out for ourselves just how likely you are to actually die. The two most common ways of dying that we anticipated were falling into lava and falling into a deep cave and dying from fall damage. We hypothesized that death would occur in more than 10% of our trials, thinking that this would probably be sufficient reason for direct digging to be so discouraged. We also hypothesized that the likelihood of finding an explorable cave without death would be less than 50%. To test this, we generated random coordinates and dug straight down until we either died, broke into an explorable cave, or hit bedrock. We recorded the results of each test, including the starting coordinates, the final depth obtained, the biome we were in, and of course whether or not we died. Even at first glance, our results were a little surprising. In our 100 tests, we only died 3 times. Twice this was due to falling into lava, and once this was from falling into a cave that was technically survivable, but a stalagmite on the floor impaled us. We found explorable caves a remarkable 77 times out of our 100, and went all the way down to bedrock 21 times. We ran a Binom CDF test to evaluate how likely our results would be if the probability of death from digging straight down was 10%. We got a p-value of 0.00784, telling us that the likelihood of this 10% death rate and our collected data both being correct is approximately 0.78%. We then constructed a 95% confidence interval for the actual average death rate from digging straight down, finding that with 95% confidence, the probability of dying when digging straight down is between 1.3 and 4.7%.
Looking at this data and calculations, it seems pretty evident that the likelihood of dying when digging directly down in Minecraft isn't nearly as large as it is made out to be. Our calculations showed with a high degree of confidence that the average death rate is somewhere below 5%, leading us to consider this myth thoroughly busted. That being said, it is still definitely possible to die while digging down, especially the more you play. One of the other interesting results from our data was the high number of caves found. Over 70% of our digs ended in a cave. Finding caves is typically considered to be a very beneficial thing. However, some of the recent updates to Minecraft and how resources are generated may have reduced the effectiveness of cave mining. This leads us to consider ways our experiment could be improved, because we didn't actually ever test what sort of tangible benefit is gained from digging straight down versus other methods. Sure, it would let you get deeper faster, but this also leads to great difficulty in getting out of the hole you dug, great chance of getting lost, and other things. One way we could potentially measure the benefit versus the cost directly would be to have multiple people track resources over an extended period of time as they they utilize different mining and digging techniques. This would theoretically allow us to establish whether or not there really is a net disadvantage or advantage to digging directly down. But for now, myth busted.